Hi, in this video, we'll give you some basic principles of aesthetics, teach you how to master the motion blur technique, and end up showing you an amusing technique to intrigue your viewer. We recommend going to manual to get exactly what you want straight from the camera.
So the first thing we'll talk about are some tips to take better pictures. If you master these principles, you can take a picture right every single time. The first one is the rule of thirds, which allows you to give balance and symmetry to your picture. The rule of thirds is probably the fundamental building block of the rules of composition. What you do is you divide your image in 3 sections, vertically and horizontally. By putting points of interest of your subject along or near the junctions between the sections, particularly where they cross, you will get a much more pleasing composition. Tip number 2 is find lines and curves to draw interest. Lines and symmetries structure the image and are always pleasing to the eye. This primarily concerns the framing. Tip number 3 is use something in the forefront to mask around the subject. You should play with your aperture in order to control the depth of field around the model and keep some elements slightly out of focus. Don't forget to change other settings such as ISO and shutter speed in order to keep an appropriate lighting.
Now let's talk about a technique which gives impressive results when mastered, the motion blur. There are 2 ways to get a feeling of movement in your images. Have your subject move or have your camera move. Let's begin by having your subject moving. Slow down your shutter speed. Decrease your ISO and reduce your aperture in order to compensate the excess of light caused by your shutter speed reduction. Ensure that the camera is perfectly still. Target the environment in which your subject will move. Shoot your subject in movement. You should obtain a picture with a blurred subject in a sharp environment. The more you slow down your shutter speed, the more you will see motion. Now let's see what we can do with our camera moving. Keep your previous settings, which should fit perfectly. Follow the subject with the camera, as if there was a taut wire between it and the camera. You should obtain a picture with a sharp subject in a blurred environment. You have to practice a lot before having good results. Don't give up.
Okay, now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at another way to improve your pictures. Intriguing your viewer. Sometimes it's what you can't see in an image that draws you into it more than what you can see in the picture. Clever framing that leaves those viewing your image wondering a little or imagining what is behind your frame can be quite effective. For example, on these pictures, you can see people looking at something which is out of the picture, and the first question you ask yourself is, what is it? It's very intriguing, and thanks to that, your picture can be meaningful.
Thank you for watching. Hope this helps. Don't hesitate to have a look at our other video on basic settings of a camera and on video. Bye!